Right now, a deadly tornado hitting the south. Now the region preparing for more severe weather. Also, fighting credit card debt. Some tips if you need relief as interest rates rise again.
And quite a difference 24 hours make. We're always dealing with dry conditions today, but we might see more showers. I'll track those out today, as well as what this week's outlook looks like.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. I'm Shane Hogan. Hope your Sunday is off to a nice start. What a difference a day makes indeed, Greg. We had a foot of snow here in Madison yesterday. Today looks like a much different story.
Yeah, it definitely is. And we're going to have some snow coming to the picture here for snow showers later today, but nothing like we saw yesterday. We're tracking this little low that's sitting to the south that's going to spread some precipitation up to far southern Wisconsin, really basically south of the Dalles, even really south of Madison's where we're going to see some of that. So up to the north, you're not going to see any of that. Right now it's approaching. It's still several hours away if we're getting to the southwest Wisconsin right now. Overall visibility looks good. Just a few hits out to the haze, out to the west of La Crosse, but otherwise we're sitting pretty good for this time. Temperatures definitely colder where you have maybe the snow on the ground, upper teens. You go further west, you get up to the mid-20s, but those temperatures are starting to rise, already 30 in Platteville because of the clouds starting to push in and that system coming through. So if you time out today for Madison, we're looking at temperatures going to stay fairly cold just because of the snow and the clouds, only in the upper 30s, or we should be in the upper 40s near 50. Showers basically from noon to about 6 or 7. Not every hour will have it, but it'll be intermittent, and we could see some snow accumulation a little bit there. Different story for La Crosse, upper 40s, about where we should be. In no conditions, just some increasing cloud cover. All the precipitation should stay well to the south. So what ahead, we'll try to time out those shower chances as well as look at this week's outlook and see if we get 60 degrees maybe, and maybe even some thunderstorms a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. Well, parts of the south are bracing for more severe weather after deadly tornadoes ravage parts of Mississippi and other states. At least 26 people are dead, and search and recovery efforts continue this morning. Christian Benavidez has the latest from Silver City, Mississippi.
Drone footage above Mississippi shows part of a trail of tornado damage that spans over 100 miles. On the ground, residents like Renaya Pope of Rolling Fork are taking stock of the devastation.
I have so many family members, friends, memories that has been destroyed.
The town of Rolling Fork was among those hardest hit when the tornado tore through Friday, flipping over cars, uprooting trees, and reducing homes and businesses to rubble.
We could hear the wind and hear the roof peeling back.
I never thought we would go through something like this.
The tornado also flattened the town of Silver City, claiming the life of Brian Parker's cousin, but sparing his wife and kids.
I just opened up the front door and I was just like, wow, God really, he was really, surrounding me and my family at the time.
Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves says the state is now on a mission to respond, recover, and rebuild together in the face of heartbreaking loss.
We lost everything, but we got our life.
As search and rescue efforts continue, Army veteran Jarrett Brown is volunteering his time.
I signed up the Army to serve this country and protect this country.
President Biden released a statement saying he spoke to the state's governor, adding his administration is committed to delivering federal assistance to impacted areas as quickly as possible. Christian Benavidez, CBS News, Silver City, Mississippi.
Today is expected to be the start of another wet pattern that could bring severe weather to Mississippi and Alabama for several days. To our Health Watch this morning, a new CDC report finds 1 in 36 children has been identified with an autism spectrum disorder in the United States. That's an increase from 1 in 44 in 2018. For the first time, the percentage of Asian, Black, and Hispanic children diagnosed was higher than among white children. The research also suggests during the pandemic, some kids didn't get the early intervention and treatment that they needed. A fungus considered an urgent resistant threat spread at an alarming rate in U.S. healthcare facilities in 2020 and 2021. The new CDC report shows a concerning increase in cases of Candida auris with resistance to the most recommended treatment. C. auris is usually not a threat to healthy individuals, but can cause severe infections with high death rates in hospitalized patients and nursing home residents. And heart experts say supervised exercise therapy could improve quality of life more than medication for many people with a common type of heart failure. The American Heart Association and the American College of Cardiology also say exercising improves the heart's pumping ability and decreases blood vessel stiffness. The Fed raised interest rates again this week. It's the 9th time since last March. The rate hike will have an immediate impact on the 1 in 3 Americans who carry credit card debt. There are ways now to lessen the blow. CBS's Tanya Rivero has more.
Americans have never held more credit card debt than they do right now. Almost $1 trillion total, an increase of nearly 19% over the end of last year. And now, with the Fed's 9th interest rate hike in a row to 5%,
inflation remains too high and the labor market continues to be very tight.
Many Americans will see an almost immediate increase to their credit cards' interest rates.
When the Fed raises interest rates, it really kicks in quickly, and that interest rate hike applies to currently held balances as well as future balances.
Your card's rate is not totally tied to the Fed's actions. Your credit score has a lot to do with it. Here are tips that could bring some relief. If you have good credit, transfer balances to an introductory 0% rate card. A lower interest personal loan can also help. And finally, try picking up the phone and asking your card issuer for a lower rate.
We found that about 70% of folks who had asked for a lower interest rate on their credit card in the past year got one.
And remember, there is a flip side to higher interest rates.
They've been great for people who are savers.
While no one can predict the Fed's next move in May, experts say it's wise to prepare for both prices and interest rates to continue to go up by paying down that expensive debt and putting away savings in a high-yield account. Tanya Rivero, CBS News, New York.
Still ahead this morning, a look at an iconic musical that's hitting the stage at a local high school. And you're taking a live look from our Platteville camera this morning. Greg's tracking the possibility of maybe some more snow coming our way. That's coming up next.
Aren't you tired of being tired? Shop Denver Mattress today. Get all the Z's you need. And during the Super 7-Day Sell-Off, save big on the Doctor's Choice Firm, now just $664.99. Check out the Summit Firm for only $332.49. Or save $300 on Tempur-Breeze and Luxe Adapt mattresses and get a $300 gift. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Say goodbye to tossing and turning and hello to a better night's sleep. Only at Denver Mattress.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
There were severe health complications with my baby when I was pregnant. We made the decision to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Dan Kelly doesn't believe that women should even have that freedom. On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly will uphold the criminal ban on abortion. Someone you love might struggle with a pregnancy like I did. And that's why we can't have an extremist like Dan Kelly on the Supreme Court.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it.
4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Where should we put all your luggage, Ms. Hilton?
In the connecting room, please.
Book confirmed connecting rooms for an extra large closet. Or, you know, for your family.
When you need a connecting room for whatever reason, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Yeah, although Monday and Tuesday look to be quite calm, Wednesday through Thursday and Friday look to be active once again. So to give you a preliminary look at what's going to go on, Wednesday looks like still going to be cold, snow showers, definitely be the coldest day of the week. Temperatures probably in the 30s. We'll have rain and snow to return for Thursday, especially towards Thursday evening, and it should be all rain by that point. It really becomes wet and active. You get to Thursday night through Friday night. Rain likely, could be a widespread significant rain event for most areas. Thunderstorms possible, especially southern Wisconsin, maybe northeast Iowa. And then I do think we'll see some areas that will turn back to snow Friday night. Accumulation too early to tell, but I think we will see some areas turn back to snow as we wake up Saturday morning. So it's going to be quite inactive. Not much of a break. For the meantime, we have that low that's going to be lifting northeast just south of the area today. That's going to provide our showers for at least southern Wisconsin through this evening, and then it'll lift off to the north. And by tomorrow morning, they'll be well off our picture. Then we'll have a cold front that'll be in play for maybe Tuesday into Wednesday. That'll provide our next chance for probably for some snow. But in the meantime, for today, we still look like we have that showers coming up probably about 9 to 10 in southwest Wisconsin. It'll take a while for this to reach the ground. Probably by noon, we'll start seeing everything spread north to about Madison or just to the north. Rain or snow showers mixed. I think by this evening, we'll start seeing a transition more to some of that snow, especially by Madison, so we might pick up some accumulation in some of the road surfaces, just minor, maybe grassy areas will pick up a little bit too. That'll last probably to about 10, and then it pushes off to the east. Then we should have partly cloudy skies or most cloudy overnight, with temperatures once again falling down back into the upper 20s for most locations, mid-20s further west of La Crosse, and just some cloud cover as you wake up for Monday morning. Overall, Monday looks just cloudy, but overall just a little bit cooler than we should be. Low 40s for most locations, upper 30s towards Rochester, so a little bit colder than what we should be this time of year. By Monday evening, we'll still have cloud cover going on, and then Tuesday, once again, more sun probably. Amount of snow with this system today, not much, maybe less than a half an inch. And like I said, grassy areas will probably pick up that more than road surfaces just because it will not be falling at a high rate. But once again, towards the evening hours, that's when we might see a little bit of snow cover or slush on some of the roads. Once again, just a few hours to speak of if you're out and about. Speaking of Wednesday, that front that's going to come through, that's our next chance of snow there afterwards. We're looking at that coming through probably late Tuesday night through Wednesday, providing another opportunity for snow, so we'll keep an eye on that. That front then goes back north, and that's when we start getting into the rain for Thursday. And as you look at the 10-day, you see the temperatures. Once again, we should be in the upper 40s to near 50 for average, so we are running just a little bit below. Looks like Tuesday will be the nicest. Wednesday, definitely cold, more like February type weather, and then it just gets active Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Once again, if everything sets up right, we might get close to 60 in southern Wisconsin Friday. We'll see if that happens. La Crosse, similar story, and then it comes that Saturday. Next Saturday, will we see the snow or not? And I know you won't be here if we do.
Good. Glad you remembered.
I remember
but
that.
It really has this like end of the week pattern has been going on since January.
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of crazy.
It has.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll stop, but it's just been so progressive.
Yeah.
It just has not stopped.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it. Greg, thank you as always. Well, in 1862, author Victor Hugo wrote the novel Les Miserables, considered one of the greatest novels of the 19th century. It has remained popular through numerous adaptations for film, TV, and the stage, including a musical. That musical hits the stage at Edgewood High School this weekend. Here's this week's Center Stage.
Walks around. He keeps himself to himself. He staying close to the ground. I smell profit here.
Thenardier's gang coming in and trying to rob Jean Valjean.
Settle the debt. This will cost him dear. What do I care who you should rob? Give me my share. Finish the job.
And then you see right from there, you kind of see it not happen.
It's your brat happening. Don't you know your own kid? Why she hanging about you? Eponine, get on home. You're not needed in this. We're enough here without you.
I have a daughter, Cosette, that I would do anything for. And so I think Fantine's character really resembles a lot of sacrifice in the sense that throughout the show, you kind of see her doing whatever she has to do to make sure that Cosette is healthy and safe.
Don't interfere. You've got some gold. Take care, young miss. You've got a lot to say. She's going soft. Go home, Panine. Go home. You're in the way.
I'm gonna scream! I'm gonna warn them here!
One little scream and you'll regret it for a year. Get underground.
From there, you kind of see it not happen, but then you see all these main characters come together and sing about a war that might be started.
Once for Beneath, saving the day. Tears go sad, my friend Beneath brought me to you. Show me the way. Somebody's near. Let's not be seen. Somebody's here.
My God, Cosette! I heard a cry on the dock. I heard the shout of angry voices in the street.
That was my cry you heard, Papa. I was afraid of what they do. They ran away when they heard my cry.
Cosette, my child, what will become of you?
Just the name Les Mis carries so much weight to it, not just in just in media in general. Like you hear, oh, they're putting on Les Mis. Oh my gosh, it's a big, massive production. But I sort of knew that this cast and crew and the directors could absolutely handle it. I knew it was going to be difficult, but and they've proven me right that we can for sure handle it.
It's really cool to see how much emotion and how much character and effort is put into the show with such young actors.
When you hear Les Mis and the show, you might think, wow, that's very difficult. Like, I'm surprised they took that on as a challenge, as that show. But everyone has really worked super hard, and I think it definitely showed.
Every person in this cast is having a wonderful, wonderful time, and it shines through in the performances.
Wow, what an awesome performance. Good luck to all of them. Coming up next, the health conversation on breathing techniques and how they can help your overall mindfulness.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
It's Hy-Vee's Mega Produce Sale this Friday through Sunday. Strawberries, just $1.99 for a 1-pound pack. Red seedless grapes, just $1.48 a pound. And asparagus, only $1.99 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
Sometimes you're so busy taking care of everyone else, you don't do enough for yourself or your mouth. But eventually it will remind you. When it does, Aspen Dental is here for you. We offer the custom dental treatments you need all under one roof right nearby. So we can bring more life to your smile and more smile to your life, affordably. New patients without insurance can get a complete exam and x-rays for $29 and 20% off treatment plans. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Schedule your appointment today.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-550-5543. Good news! This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash.
Milk with your cereal with Fairlife. It's more like cereal with your ultra-filtered milk with a creamy taste plus 50% more protein, 50% less sugar. Turn nutrition into nutrition. Fairlife ultra-filtered milk.
It's Hy-Vee's Mega Produce Sale this Friday through Sunday. Strawberries, just $1.99 for a 1-pound pack. That's smart bananas, just 39 cents a pound. And Dole salad kits, only $2.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we still have some light rain or snow showers that'll move in for southern Wisconsin, for central, around Wisconsin and around La Crosse. Should be dry today. All areas should be mainly dry tomorrow and Tuesday, and then colder Wednesday with some snow showers once again into the picture. Radar shows the activity starting to approach southwest Wisconsin, but it's going to be still several hours till it gets up into southern Wisconsin. Overall high temperatures, upper 30s, southern Wisconsin due to snow cover and the clouds and some precipitation. Much nicer as you go further to the north to La Crosse, upper 40s, more typical what you should see for March. Overnight temperatures should be in the mid to upper 20s with some cloud cover overnight. And then tomorrow, once again, more sun, but still cloud cover, mid 40s up to the north, low 40s around Madison. Once again, we have an active pattern continuing after Wednesday's snow. We have Thursday through Saturday system that could provide widespread rainfall, maybe even a thunderstorm in certain areas, along with maybe some snow coming by next Saturday morning.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. In this morning's health conversation, I sat down with Dr. Rupa Shah to talk about and learn different breathing techniques and how they might be able to help you and your overall mindfulness. Meditation and mindfulness have been in the news and trending on social media for several years now. One technique that continues to be popular is breath work. Now, while it might seem simple to talk about focusing on simply breathing, developing a practice of focused breathing or breath work is an effective way to tap into mindfulness and reduce the impacts that stress has on our bodies. So to dive a little bit deeper into how that works, SSM Health Family Medicine and Physician Wellness Coach Dr. Rupa Shah joins me this morning. So let's start out with the basics here and the benefits. Now, we all know we feel better and calmer, a little more at peace after taking a deep breath. We've been told that since we were little kids, to calm down in those tense moments. What are the actual physical benefits of breath work, and what does it do for our bodies?
Right. So essentially, breath work, we're bringing more oxygen into our body, right? And this kind of gives us a sense of calming. We know that deep breath work, having like a practice of breath work can lead to lower blood pressure. It can help lower our stress levels, which means it's lowering our cortisol levels, and has a lot of health benefits. But really what's happening is it's kind of having a nice calming effect on our entire central nervous system. Wow. So it's tamping down that fight or flight reaction. In this kind of world of hustle and bustle all the time, we're always in a constant state of flight or fight, whether we realize it or not.
The shoulders go up, you get a little tense,
Yep, and so what's happening is we have this heightened level of cortisol, which can have a lot of negative health impacts, as we know, raising blood pressure, heart disease, stress. We also know that it has an effect on managing our weight and obesity. So we want to help lower that cortisol and stress level, and that's exactly what deep breath work helps us do.
Interesting. Now, while at its core, breath work is intentional breathing. Now, there are some specific ways of breathing that are considered more helpful. How about we practice a few of those techniques? Because I, like many of you out there, find yourself during the day where you're like, I gotta just come back down a little bit. So how about we practice a little?
Okay, exactly. So, so having, whether you have like a daily practice of doing breath work or just, on certain days you just really need some breath work, it's fine to do. Sometimes I do this in my office over lunch just because it's been a busy, hectic day. There's a number of different techniques. One is kind of that deep abdominal breathing.
Okay.
So where you take a deep breath in and you fill up your belly and your chest, and you kind of puff it out and then exhale slowly. kind of let it all go.
Yeah.
Yep. And you just
And you can
repeat
really
that.
feel it.
You can feel, yeah. And what you're trying to do is just imagine your entire belly and your chest filling up with that oxygen and that air, right? And then just letting it all go. And then you repeat that, of course, a few times.
I'm sure some of my coworkers hear me say, like, you just got to let it out. And
Let
some
it
they'll
out,
hear me
yeah.
and I'll just gotta let it out.
Exactly.
You know? Kind of get back to zero.
Another interesting one that's used a lot in the yoga world, and I really do like this one too, is alternate nostril breathing.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds difficult.
It's not difficult. It does feel awkward in the beginning when you first start it, but it's a really powerful technique that, of course, you know, dates back to ancient India. So it's really good scientific kind of data on this one. But you use your thumb and your fourth finger, okay? You kind of put your thumb on your right nostril, put these two fingers on your third eye, and then use this finger just to kind of keep it open initially. But take a deep breath in through your left nostril. Hold it. And then plug your other nostril, your left nostril, and breathe out for 4 counts through your right nostril. And hold it. Plug your right nostril again, and just kind of keep repeating that for at least 6 cycles. Nice.
Wow. That is very calming.
It is calming,
wow.
isn't it? Yep.
Well, I'm going to keep that one in the back pocket, right?
Yep.
Well, thank you so much.
And then this next one is my favorite one, which is called box breathing.
Okay.
This is really simple. So this is the one that I'll do in my office sometimes.
Okay.
But it's just thinking of like breathing in a box. So basically you take a deep breath in for 4 counts. So hold for 4. And then exhale for 4. And then hold for 4 more counts, and then you just repeat it, breathing in again for 4, holding, exhaling for 4, and repeat that 4 times.
All right.
So it's just a really quick and easy technique.
All right, Dr. Shaw, thank you. Where else can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Wellness with Dr. Shaw.
Thank you as always.
Yep. Thanks.
Our thanks to Dr. Shaw as always. Hey, it was very educational, learned a lot, keeping those in the back pocket for sure. Well, still ahead this morning, Supreme Court candidates making their final pitches to voters before the election.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com. Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint for certain.
After driving cattle in the 1880s, hitting the hay could be a literal experience. But some lucky cowpokes got to sack out in a brand new Sealy mattress. And after 140 years, Sealy is still delivering a great night's sleep.
That's why Denver Mattress is proud to offer the Sealy Posturepedic Plus hand-filled mattress. And right now, save up to $250 and enjoy Posturepedic support where you need it most.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Sealy.
A man brutally attacked and sexually assaulted a woman. The victim spent endless nights unable to sleep, plagued by nightmares. Judge Janet Protasewicz called the offender many females' worst nightmare, but she cut his sentence to only 2.5 years in prison. Judge Janet's dangerous judgment puts our families at risk. That's why sheriffs throughout Wisconsin support Dan Kelly. He's the only candidate we can trust to keep violent felons off our streets. On April 4th, vote Justice Dan Kelly. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's one thing to say you have the most accurate forecast. It's another to prove it, and we've done just that.
For the 3rd year in a row, First Warn Weather has been certified most accurate in Madison by WeatherRate, an independent research firm. They study all news stations' forecasts every day to determine which forecasts align with the actual observed conditions.
Only one station came out on top, and that's News 3 Now First Warn Weather.
Trust the First Warn Weather team for your most accurate forecast.
Right now, just 10 days away from the spring election, how the Supreme Court candidates are wrapping up their campaigns. Also, dozens of Madison residents coming together for the annual Cycle for Sight fundraiser. Why this event means just a bit more for one local family.
And although all areas are starting off dry, we do have some more rain or snow showers coming through the area. I'll track those out as well as give you a glimpse of what this week's outlook looks like.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. Hope your Sunday is off to a nice start. I'm Shane Hogan. Well, we got a ton of snow yesterday. Things looking a little bit different today, but Greg, you are keeping an eye on some potential snow later today.
Yeah, we got some more snow coming for southern Wisconsin. Once again, this is only for like southern and far southern Wisconsin. But yeah, we do have a little bit of a system coming through. Radar starting to show some of the snow beginning to approach the state line here. It's going to take a while for some of this to reach the ground. It is still fairly dry towards the surface, so that'll kind of alleviate some of this. But it is going to be coming up into the area here later today. Right now, visibility all look good. We did had some haze issues out there earlier, but everything is looking no problems right now. Temperatures right now, lower 20s, but you see the cloud cover already being the approach, so Platteville's climbed up pretty quickly already to the low 30s. Otherwise, 25 in La Crosse right now. So fairly typical for this time of the year to see temperatures. For La Crosse, not many issues. We'll see the cloud cover increase this afternoon, upper 40s with that north wind overall, pretty close to average, just a few degrees below. Different story for Madison. We'll see that rain and snow showers probably between 12 and 4, maybe change to just plain snow towards 7 p.m. Once again, temperatures only in the upper 30s with that and that northeast wind too. We might see a little bit of accumulation with that too, but nothing significant. So I'll time out more of that rain snow chances. I'll give you an outlook for the week, which once again looks active, and maybe we might see 60 Friday. I'll let you know a bit later in the broadcast.
60. I like the sound of that, Greg. Thank you. Let's take a live look outside this morning. This is the Beltline at Fish Hatchery Road, and what a difference 24 hours makes. This time yesterday, we had our poor Braden Ross out there. She was making snowballs and covered in snow left and right. And today, roads look great. Maybe some side streets still have, some slippery stretches this morning, but right now, much better conditions out there. So that is the good news today. But like Greg said, could see a little something coming our way later this afternoon. But right now, the roads in much better shape than they were yesterday. Well, we are just 10 days away from the spring election, and Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice Janet Protasewicz, candidate Janet Protasewicz, is still campaigning. Her latest stop in La Crosse, the Milwaukee judge stopped by the La Crosse Democratic Party's office to launch canvassing efforts in that area. And according to Protasewicz, canvassers play an important role on the campaign trail.
They work very, very hard to talk to people about potential issues that might come in front of the Supreme Court. But we also work very hard to make sure we get our messaging out to people, TV and radio and digital, and myself as well, going absolutely everywhere I can.
Our colleagues in La Crosse reached out to Protasewicz's opponent, Justice Dan Kelly, for comment. In a statement, a campaign rep said, in part, quote, "If someone approaches you about voting for Janet Protasewicz, ask why her personal values and politics should guide Supreme Court decisions rather than the Constitution, and then say you support the rule of law and not the rule of Janet. A vote for Justice Daniel Kelly is a vote for the rule of law and our Constitution," unquote. 7:33 next this morning, 4 teenagers between the ages of 14 and 17 were arrested Thursday after police say the group crashed a stolen car into a tree on Madison's west side. Officers say the car crashed into a tree near Moraine View Drive near Gammon Lane. 5 people ran from the car, but 4 were arrested not far from that crash. In the car, police recovered a loaded gun. Officers say the car was reported stolen out of Cross Plains earlier in the week. 3 of the teenagers were taken to the Juvenile Reception Center, while the 17-year-old was booked into the Dane County Jail. All 4 of them face a variety of charges. Madison police also warning the community after getting a report of a scammer posing as a sergeant. A woman telling police she received a call from someone claiming to be an MPD sergeant and that she owed $7,000 due to a missed court hearing. Luckily, this woman recognized she was speaking to a scammer, hung up the phone, and reported it to police. MPD officials stress they do not call people to demand money under any circumstances, and if you receive a similar call, you should hang up and report it to police. In more local news, who says decorative lights are reserved for the holidays? The Flight of Lights display back up at Dane County Regional Airport each night from now through Sunday, April 16th. Anyone can drive by the lights for free, and you don't have to be making an airport drop-off or pickup to see them. The lights will turn on each night for 4 hours between 7:30 and 11:30 as a drive-through display along International Lane at the airport. This year's lights feature 6 themed displays that includes tributes to first responders and healthcare workers. If you want to see the lights turn on to International Lane from Packers Avenue and Anderson Street, there is no access allowed from Darwin Road. Well, it may not look like it outside, but it is spring and has been for a few days now. And Olbrich Botanical Gardens helping ring in that new season with its spring flower show. You got to see these videos here. It looks gorgeous. Right now, the garden's atrium has been transformed into a flowering paradise full of new colors and fresh smells. If you want to see the garden, today is the last day to do it. It is from 10 a.m. until 4 in the afternoon. Tickets cost $8 for adults, $5 for children 5 and older. But if you're an Olbrich Botanical Garden member or have a kid under the age of 5, they can get in for free. Dozens were breaking a sweat on stationary bikes during Saturday's Cycle for Sight fundraiser. Each year, the McPherson Eye Institute at UW-Madison hosts the event at a Princeton Club location, raising money to fund research for eye diseases. As our Andrew Bancher shares, this annual fundraiser means just a little bit more for one local family.
We, of course, took a break from the Princeton Club during the pandemic, but this is our first year back. And we were greeted by a snowstorm.
Visibility's not great, and you really shouldn't be biking out on the roads in this weather, but that's what we're doing this morning. We're cycling for sight. The annual Cycle for Sight event raises money to fund vision research at UW's McPherson Eye Research Institute. For the Valentine family, this day is personal.
Kenzie Valentine was a young woman who had a rare neurodegenerative disorder, and she passed away in 2017.
We're 1 minute down, 1 minute up.
So now, each year, Team Kenzie hits the spin studio in her honor. This year, Team Kenzie raised $30,000 of the event's $50,000 fundraising goal. And now, the event is dedicated in her memory.
We are really happy to remember Kenzie in our class at the 10 o'clock. We shared memories about her as we were riding.
Tanning her hair. She would sit outside in the sun to tan her hair.
Cycling and fundraising in this event carries Kenzie's legacy forward.
You know, we come here and we see like the posters of Kenzie, so it's always kind of fun to do it in her, you know, in her memory.
There were 3 sessions on Saturday, but fundraising runs through April for remote riders, including one participant in Alaska.
The money goes straight to vision research. It supports starter grants for different kinds of experiments, mostly by grad students and postdoctoral students who have an idea of something that might improve vision in some way.
For the Valentines, giving someone else the gift of sight, that's the goal. That's why they ride for Kenzie.
They're really dedicated to making sure that even though Kenzie is not here anymore, that what she had and that vision loss that was a part of it, that is really eliminated for others.
In Madison, Andrew Banstrud, News 3 Now.
This year's fundraiser was the 12th annual Cycle for Sight. Still ahead this morning, more pedaling for a purpose, how a local community is coming together for cancer research.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
It's time to bring balance to business travel and discover the equilibrium that works for you. At National, you're in control. Skip the counter, choose any car in the aisle, and manage your rental right from the app. So you can mix work with leisure, or leisure with work, giving you the control to find the perfect balance. Go National, go like a pro.
This is Matt Gunderson, and this is Elmer, our canine cuddle ambassador, here to provide good-natured, loving, fuzzy support to further our level of personal care. Someday you might meet Elmer as we assist you with an individual life celebration.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
On abortion rights, do you want extremist Dan Kelly holding the gavel? Kelly wants abortion banned even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. He'll uphold the 1849 criminal abortion law that allows doctors and nurses to be jailed for performing abortions. And he'll strip women of their freedom to make their own decision on abortion. So don't give Dan Kelly a gavel with your vote. He's just too extreme.
Trust. After a serious car crash, can you trust your insurance company to take care of you? If you have to miss work, will you be compensated for lost wages? Who will help with the mounting medical bills? Call Gruber Law Offices. For more than 35 years, clients have trusted us to take care of them after an accident. We'll make sure you're not taken advantage of by the insurance company and get you and your family what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and you'll have access to the News 3 Now newsroom in the palm of your hand.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Yeah, we're tracking some rain or snow showers beginning to lift north. There's a system to the south. Cloud cover is beginning to expand across most of the area, so that's what we're looking at. But overall, right now, temperatures in the mid-20s for most locations, but even lower 30s you get further southwest because of that cloud cover. Radar's just starting to show some of the returns of approaching Dubuque. It will be several more hours before we get that precipitation up into southern Wisconsin. More towards late morning and early afternoon is what we're expecting. No precipitation expected in La Crosse. Should be upper 40s with cloud cover increasing with a light north wind. Better conditions, still below average, but getting close to where we should be this time of year. Overall for Madison, the showers should become late morning, probably around noon to the afternoon, maybe transitioning to more snow towards the evening with some minor accumulation possible as you go towards your evening hours with those northeast winds. And that's the track we'll look at right there. That system will break that further down in the forecast along with what to expect for the rest of the week a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thank you. Well, bikers put the pedal to the metal for a good cause this weekend. The Dahl YMCA in La Crosse is using cycling to support Live Strong and Youth Strong. Teams signed up to bike in person or virtually to raise money for cancer research. Organizers say this event helps encourage people to pay it forward.
So many people have been touched by cancer, and I believe once people know what the fundraiser is for, I don't think there's a family in the community that has not been touched.
Get this, teams raised at least $20,000 yesterday. If you would still like to help with the fundraiser, you can donate online at the La Crosse YMCA's website. Well, there are plenty of festivals popping up all around town this time of year. For the Wisconsin Film Festival, Final preparations are underway as the event returns to Madison in a little under 3 weeks. This weekend, movie fanatics had a chance to get an early look at some of the films that will be featured in the festival this year. Those who visited Middleton Public Library were able to watch some trailers of the movies that will be shown at the film festival next month, while also learning how the film festival operates. The showing is a part of a preview series that spans several weeks, during which branches in the Madison and Monona Library districts host viewing parties.
We want to show movies the way that we believe movies should be seen, on the big screen, with people sitting together, talking about the films, standing in line. There's some real palpable excitement, when you're waiting for rush tickets or whether you're just waiting in line and talking to people about what films they've seen and what they're going to see and what their favorites are.
The Wisconsin Film Festival returns April 13th and runs through the 20th. For more information about the festival, including where to get tickets, just visit wifilmfest.org. Still ahead this morning, it was a snowy first practice for Badger football, and you're taking a live look at the Capitol this morning. Greg's got the full forecast when we come back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
We so amazing.
The stylish Chevy Equinox RS. And Chevy Blazer RS.
So captivating.
You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer.
The crowd go crazy.
The RS family of Chevy SUVs. Definitely worth a follow. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models, or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, although Monday and Tuesday look fairly quiet, we do get into an active pattern once again for most of the rest of the week. So giving an idea, Wednesday looks cold. We have a cold front probably pushing through. So snow showers definitely colder than normal, probably in the 30s, more like February type weather. Then we'll turn that around for showers Thursday, and especially by Thursday evening, I think a lot of areas will see widespread rainfall. And it gets just wet basically Thursday night through Friday. Rain likely, maybe some significant amounts of rain too. Thunderstorms possible probably for southern Wisconsin, maybe northeastern Iowa and those areas. And then I think everyone, especially further north of La Crosse, will probably see that rain turn to snow come next Saturday morning. How much? Way too soon to indicate how much, but I think we will see some of the areas turn to that. So that's what we're looking at for this week. For today, we have that low that's pushing up to the northeast. That's going to stay just to the south, but that will provide enough lift to give us that showers that will spread across the area through this evening before that departs later this evening. And then by tomorrow morning, it's well to the northeast. By that time, we're also going to have a cold front that's going to set up to the north. That's going to be a player for our weather come Tuesday into especially Wednesday, and I'll show you that in a little bit what that does bring, along with some snow and some colder temps. But for today, we're going to see the spread of showers, and snow showers actually bring a spread up to the north through the late afternoon hours. Rain or snow mix. We could see some accumulation, especially in the higher elevation ridge lines and grassy areas as this comes across. I think we'll see a changeover more to snow towards evening hour. We get towards 7. You can see that line come through Madison. So I think if there's going to be a road issue, it'd probably be towards this evening with a little bit of snow on the roads. That should quickly depart after about 9. And then most of the area will just see cloud cover or clear skies off and on throughout the night. Temperatures by tomorrow morning should get back down into the upper 20s, mid-20s further north. Overall, not too bad to start off the Monday. And then for Monday, really, it's just going to be a lot of cloud cover overall, off and on. But still, we should get our temperatures back up into the upper 30s, low 40s, even mid-40s for more areas. Still chilly, not where we should be, but definitely we shouldn't see any precipitation with that light northwest wind. And then come Tuesday, we'll see more similar conditions. For the snowfall, this is really probably on grassy areas that you're going to see this ½ inch or more, maybe an inch in higher elevations. Once again, I think evening hours, or at least Dane County area, we might see something on the roads if we just get a heavy snow burst. So something to keep in mind of if you're driving about that time frame. Speaking of that Wednesday, that cold front that's going to be coming through, that's our next opportunity for snow there afterwards. It should slide through here, dig south over Wednesday, provide another opportunity for snow before this front comes back north Thursday and becomes our next rainmaker and provides some wet weather for the end of the week. And that looks in the 10-day. You can see our temperatures. Overall, we should be about the upper 40s, near 50 for average. So we're going to be running a little bit colder than that, especially as we get towards Wednesday. Then it gets wet Thursday and Friday with maybe thunderstorms. And if everything sets up right, we'll see how warm we can get Friday. It just depends on the track of this. We might get close to 60. Different story slightly for La Crosse. Not so much the precipitation for the next 3 days. Wednesday, and then that system also impacts them with maybe some snow coming into factor towards Saturday morning.
So you're saying we could have some 60s and then we could have some snow?
May. And other news also, Iowa has their severe weather awareness this week too, and I do have their statewide drill.
All
so
right.
It's getting that time of year where we're going to be getting the severe weather.
Lot going on at once.
Yep.
All right, Greg, thank you.
We had a plan to go outside today. I've been watching since 10 days prior, right? And 10 days ago, it come up on my phone, it was 51 and sunny. And then it went to 49, and then it went down to 48, and all of a sudden this little snowflake popped up there about a day or two ago.
Well, it was definitely not the weather anyone would have thought for the first day of spring practice. Excuse me. All that snow out there yesterday morning, but the first practice is officially in the books, and that means the Luke Fickell era is officially underway at Wisconsin. All week, the talk has been about the excitement for the first practice just to get things going again. Well, that goes for both the players and the coaches, and for the new head coach. His big things for day one: does the team have the energy and do they have the discipline to get everything done? Safe to say, Fickell likes what he saw.
Without watching the film and stuff, I feel really good. I told those guys afterwards, I think 2 hours and 12 minutes, 2 hours and under 2 hours and 15 minutes for what we want to do is really where we want to be. And we were able to get everything in that we had down. They did a great job, obviously, with the effort and the attitude. They did a great job competing with each other. You know, without pads on, you know, it sometimes can get a little bit out of control at times. But I thought they did a really, really good job for day one. And we'll just have to build from here.
Well, postseason basketball comes with a whole new set of challenges, among them facing programs that teams have never played before, or maybe ones that you don't see all that often. That's just the nature of the NCAA tournament as well as the NIT. And for Wisconsin, the first 2 rounds have been against teams outside of the Power 5 conferences. But just because they aren't in the Big Ten or ACC doesn't mean they can't battle. Badgers know that, and as Tyler Wall says, the playing field is more level than what it used to be.
the way college basketball's going now, and the way that kids are kind of like training, like you're gonna have good hoopers no matter where you're at. And so when you run into these mid-major teams, I feel like the basketball's still the same. You're still gonna have a pretty decent coach that you're going up against. Maybe not the tallest guys, but everyone out there knows how to play basketball, has been playing basketball for a while. They got to this level, and I don't really see a dip in anything high major, mid-major.
How about the Elite Eight? More games kicking off later tonight. And when we come back this morning, a local color guard has its first ever competition.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? Uh-huh. Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. And let's see what we find. Hey, bud. US Cellular. Built for us.
We protect your house.
We're doing it!
And your car.
We need to keep our energy up. I want to take me to Funky Town.
Because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
Good news! This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Now get a 2022 Explorer with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Your roofing and siding have taken a beating this winter, but good news. It's Feldco season.
Feldco season. It means 40% off roofing and siding with no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2024, so you can upgrade those weather-worn eyesores without breaking the bank. It also means fast, so your home will look its best for the warmer weather ahead. It's the season of home renewal. It's Feldco season. 40% off ends Friday.
Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data. So you don't have to get more lines than you need. No, you hang up.
US Cellular. Built for us.
Hello?
The candidates for Madison mayor face off. News 3 Now, channel3000.com, and the Cap Times present a debate between Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and challenger Gloria Reyes.
Watch live streaming Monday at 7 p.m. Replayed Tuesday at 4 on News 3 Now. The News 3 Now bracket battle marches on.
Look at all this red. Isn't that crazy?
Is your bracket busted? See how your picks are measuring up against the News 3 Now anchors every day during our bracket battle.
Finally this morning, Winter Guard members showed their stripes at the first ever Winter Color Guard competition this weekend. Teams of performers shared their choreographed dances with the audience. Some interesting costumes to go along with it as well, wielding flags, rifles, and batons. Lacrosse Stars director Jason Harden says Winter Guard is a little different from Color Guard.
Color Guards want to keep on being active. They actually perform in venues like this, a gymnasium-type size space, to recorded music, rather than having a marching band or some other kind of ensemble provide the music.
Very cool. This event was held at Onalaska High School, and students came from as far as the Twin Cities to participate. UW Lacrosse even put a group together for the event as well. Congratulations to them for putting on their first event. All right, Greg, before we go, how about one more check of the weather?
Well, we have some rain or snow showers coming for just southern Wisconsin. That's what's going to be coming through. La Crosse and those areas up there shouldn't see any of it, just cloud cover. Dry Monday, Tuesday, and then it's going to get cold probably for Wednesday again. And there's your showers beginning to spread north. That'll begin to overcome most of southern Wisconsin. Light rain or snow, probably more snow towards this evening. Temperatures upper 40s little flurries down here, and then overnight we should get back down into the mid-20s for most areas.
All right, Greg, keeping an eye on all things weather. Thank you, and thank you for waking up with us, folks. We'll see you back here next weekend.